Now let us consider some more examples of gravitational force between two different bodies. If you have got 2-point masses m1 and m2 separated by a distance r, the force between them is given as g m1 m2 by r square. Suppose we have got a point mass and a solid sphere. Their masses are m and capital M. Here we have to take the distance from the center of the sphere. The gravitational force is Gmm by r square. Both of them will exert equal and opposite forces. Whether it is small or big, whether it is small or big, whether masses are equal or different, the forces between them will always be equal. Now let us take a hollow sphere. Even though there is no mass at the center, but for all practical purposes, we suppose that the mass is concentrated at the center. We have to take the distance from the center. Suppose we have got a point mass here and the mass of the hollow sphere is m dash, then the force acting on either small m or m dash is Gm dash by r square. Now let us take this body inside the hollow sphere. If this body is taken inside the hollow sphere, it does not experience any gravitational force. Okay, we'll extend it in this problem. Now let us consider this one. Here we have got two spheres. They may be of same size, they may be of different sizes, both of them may be solid, both of them may be hollow, one may be solid and the other may be hollow. In all these cases, we have to take the distance between their centers. Suppose their masses are m and m, and the distance between their centers is r. The gravitational force between them, F, is equal to Gm by r square. Now let us take this problem. Here we have got concentric spherical shells, one inside the other. Of course, all of them have got same center. Suppose the innermost has got mass m1, the middle one has got mass m2, and the outermost has got mass m3. Let us take a point size body, keep it at different distances or at different positions, and let us see what can be the force in each case. Suppose this body is placed at A, which is at a distance small a, then the force acting on it, Fa, is equal to. Whenever we are taking any point, then we have to consider the mass. We have to imagine a sphere passing through that point. Then whatever bodies are present, whatever masses are present within that, that should be considered. Whatever mass is present outside, it should not be considered. For A, the effective mass is m1 plus m2 plus m3. So G m1 plus m2 plus m3 into small m by A square. If you take a point B here, which is inside the outermost but outside the middle one, then which mass we have to consider? m1 and m2. So your force at B is equal to G bracket m1 plus m2 whole multiplied by point mass m divided by the distance is B, so B square. Suppose we consider a point C. This point is outside the innermost. So which mass we have to consider here? Mass of the innermost sphere only. So force at C is equal to G m1 into m by C square. If we take a point D inside, then the force acting on it is 0. Hope it is clear to you. After this, we will consider the force between a point mass and an extended body. Here you see, here also we have considered extended bodies. If they are spherical in shape, they can be regarded as point size. If extended body has got a shape other than spherical, then the solution will be different. There what we have to do? We have to imagine that extended body to be consisting of small segments. We have to find the force due to each segment, and finally we have to integrate all the forces to get the final force.